All right, we're back at it with 4 Degrees Funnier.
Nailed it.
Yes. Didn't say welcome back to another week.
Didn't say it.
Didn't
I'm
say.
JC.
I'm Darian.
If you don't know that by now,
Yeah, I feel like
stop
we
listening.
should be skipping that now. Our fans are
Yeah.
loyal.
Yeah. I honestly don't know where we're at with the numbers of people. I feel like we have a core six that probably still listen every week.
Yeah.
And shout out to them, honestly.
Honestly, I feel like last time I talked to Ali about it, I was like, it's surprising that it's consistent, which seems weird because
Yeah.
there's but last week when we didn't have an episode last week.
Oh yeah.
Because Sally was in Toronto and we honestly couldn't edit it ourselves. So we were like, listen, we're not going to be able to do it. Um, and people were messaging me like, yo, where's the episode at? I'm like, oh my God, we didn't record this week. They're like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
I know I forget that we publish our weekly Yap sessions sometimes. And I'm like, oh, people
Yeah.
actually listen to it. That's actually quite amazing. So thank you.
Shout out to the followers.
And it wasn't without trying last week, I would say, because we weren't like, oh, we're not going to have an ep, or else we would have let you know.
Yeah.
Um, but it was just like too busy. And then down to the wire when we were like, okay, let's record like last night possible. Allie was like, I'm not going to have time to edit this. And then Darian and I were like, okay, well, then we're out because we can record it on our own. Editing, mm-mm.
There's literally no way. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And so, as a reminder, again, we need to give a shout out to Ali for always doing all that hard work.
mm-hmm. Yep.
And she was crushing it at her job last week in Toronto. So we were like, you know what, girl? Go off. Do your
Slay.
thing. Go slay. Be a boss bitch.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fucking rule that. Absolutely. Yeah. So that's good. What is going on this week, Darian? I again miraculously we have to go 2 weeks before Darian has something she wants to say to me.
Yeah. But then I do. Then I had 3 thoughts in here. And one of them, actually, we have 4 thoughts from me, which is kind of
For two
absurd.
brain cells, that's a lot of
A
thoughts.
lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
The first one that I want to talk about is hilarious to me. Is the body and blood of Christ. So this
Just casual.
just casual, no religion in me whatsoever, but here I am to tell you about the body and blood of Christ.
Do you
Um,
have a minute so I can talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
I
Psych,
should have started it.
this is now a Christian podcast.
Yeah, get ready, everybody. Our North Dakota friends will love it.
Yeah.
Really, what it was this girl posted a TikTok saying how, with the new pope, the idea of the body and blood of Christ is that you go to your communion and you have a wafer and the wine. It's the
Right.
blood of Christ. And she was saying my body and blood would be an espresso martini and an Oreo cookie. And I was like, ooh, what would be your body and blood of Christ?
Okay. I feel like I had seen this trend before too.
So funny.
Do you know yours right off the bat?
I need to think on the food one, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I have it. I don't know why I paused. Mine would be a salted lime lager. That's my favorite beer of all time. And a ketchup chip.
Yeah, I was gonna say it has to be a ketchup chip for you,
Yeah.
actually. I
Yes.
bought Old Dutch ketchup chips the other day.
On purpose?
Yeah,
Are you
they were
feeling
on
it?
sale. It was like the Old Dutch sale. So I was like, okay, well, I'm definitely gonna get the all dressed.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, what else? Well, you know what? I do have a little bit of a hankering for a ketchup chip, so I got them, and I like it. Again, I've never hated them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't hate them like I hate Lay's. I'm
No.
out to get Lay's. I think Lay's ketchup chips should be imprisoned. But yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, you're passionate about that. But no,
Yeah.
I have a preference, but I don't discriminate,
Good for you.
you know? So, yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that.
I
Tasty,
appreciate that.
super tasty. Had my fix for the
Super
year
tasty.
though, probably.
Yeah. So much sodium.
So much sodium. Still love all dressed over any sort of ketchup, probably.
Yeah, all
Still
just for
elite.
slop. Yeah.
Hmm. I feel like mine would be the body and blood of Christ. And so like body is just like any type of like snack,
It could be any snack. Yeah. Yeah.
some sort of sustenance, right?
That's what I think. Yeah.
And then the blood is liquid, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You're like,
I'm obviously.
oh, I know my liquid. White Monster.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay,
So
for sure. Hmm. I'm feeling like a tortilla chip is like the best response, probably.
That does, I feel like that encapsulates you.
Yeah.
Like tacos and caffeine, you
What
know?
does that say about my character, though? You know?
I don't know. We don't have enough intel on the body and blood of Christ to know what it means. It's not like your signs, like, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But I feel
We'll
like
get
I
one.
just imagine, like, if it was like, okay, this is JC George, and it's like just a white monster and then some fucking tortilla chips. I mean, that's probably better than an Oreo and an espresso martini, because
Yeah.
that sounds like a nasty combo to
I
me.
was just thinking the same. Also, so rich. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, very
Do we
rich.
need a
Imagine
little bit of a
having both of
balance?
those in your belly at the same time.
No.
See,
I
the
think
thing about
what
a tortilla chip, you can pair it with anything.
you sure can. It is a universal. That's a good point. You have to really think about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I need to know everybody's body and blood of Christ because I'm thinking, what a great gift idea. Like,
Mm,
I'm thinking like Bachelorette, being like, okay, I've got a little bag for you. It has your body and blood of Christ. Consume as you will.
that'd be iconic. So, for all of you bridesmaids listening, please message in.
Please send me your body and blood of Christ.
Yeah. Oh my God, but how exciting that you ordered my dress.
Oh my god, so exciting.
I won't see it till the end of time, but
Yeah, fucking back order. But
yeah,
yeah, I
that's
feel
fine.
like we went from 0 dresses to 5 out of 6 are done. Like,
Yeah.
it went from Park and Fifth had a sale, which, like, God bless them for putting things 20% off. And
Hmm.
like that day I woke up and was like, and we ordered 2 that day, which is crazy.
Which is perfect.
And
Yeah.
then yeah, yours is on back order, which like, or it was like a pre-order, which is like,
Hmm. Which is like AKA back order. Like, what is that?
what do you need to
They try
suss
and
out the interest?
their PR is trying to just make up for it, you know?
Yeah. I feel like if they, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna do that and you're gonna be like, we won't ship for 2 months, like give everybody free shipping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a little like, okay, so it's just like the same cost, even though like we have to wait like over 2 months to get it probably, because it won't ship till like June 25th or something.
Yeah. And what a strange theory that, like, not theory, it's something that literally happens, but you literally just pay for something and be like, hopefully one day they send it to me.
Literally.
Think about all the money that you've spent on things being like, well, we'll see what happens.
Now I'm thinking about anything I don't have currently that hasn't arrived.
Yeah.
I'm like, have I paid for something and it hasn't arrived yet?
I remember specifically when we were freshmen in university, um, I was not on the Amazon train because, like, not that we're old, but Amazon was like fairly new at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, I also wasn't ordering from Amazon that year.
No. And everyone, I don't know, again, sometimes I feel like the States is a little bit more like ahead of the times on things. And so I feel like some of our friends were like, oh, just order it off of Amazon. And eventually I was like, okay, I can do this. And I did. Went on Amazon and thought, oh dear God, I cannot believe that you can get a pack of iPhone chargers, like 7 of them, all the colors of the rainbow.
Yeah.
Amazing for a decent price. Bought them, never got them. For
Too
my
bad.
first experience with Amazon. And like it was one of those ones I never had an account. Like you didn't need an account to shop on
Oh,
Amazon, right?
yeah.
It
And
was
it
like just
probably like tried to ship to, was it in the dorms?
yeah.
You probably tried to ship to the dorms, but you imagine the chaos in that mailroom. Like,
No.
no way it was ever coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if
devastating
anybody
first
saw
try.
that,
Oh, that's mine.
yeah,
You're coming home with me. Yeah.
absolutely.
Ooh, tough go.
I know. Sorry, what'd you ask me? Like literally a second ago.
Was it in the dorms?
No, like after that. Like,
I don't think I did ask anything, did I?
oh, I saw your lips moving.
Maybe we're like disconnected on time. I feel like I have another thought on this. Was I don't know if you experienced this moving to the U.S., but like I didn't have a credit card when we moved to the U.S. because I was 17, and so I had like a parent's credit card. My dad had like a credit card, and I was like a user under it.
Same.
But we could also use our Visa debit, which like in Canada, not a thing. Remember how you could shop online with our like debit cards from Wells Fargo?
Yeah.
That to me is like still so crazy because now like in Canada you have like your debit Interac card and you have your credit card and people in the US just be all like using one.
I have a debit Visa, Darian.
You have a debit Visa?
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know. I don't know anybody else who has one.
I'm through CIBC. Do you know lots of CIBC folk?
No.
That's probably it. I don't think that that's hard to come by though.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
it was so strange when we moved to the US that like you could use it to like order things online.
Yeah. I know but how weird though that like you can't use debit like that anyways,
Yeah.
you know? I also just think money is just so insane that like we read a number and we're like that's how much money we have.
Very weird.
No questions asked. Like
So
what?
true. Money is weird. Banks are weird. I think banks are really weird actually.
Banks are weird, debt is weird, like says
It's
who?
super weird. Yeah.
Again, print more money. I don't care. Like you can try and explain to me how that's going to collapse the economy. It's monopoly money. It's the same thing.
Yeah. I know.
I can't get into that. It's been too long of a day for me.
I was gonna say, I was like, you're getting a little stressy.
Yeah, I apologize.
Okay,
Anyways, Body and Blood of Christ. Yeah, love that
yeah,
for us.
gotta get more into that. Shall I just go down the list?
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
You've been
next,
crashing out.
crashing out. I've actually haven't been crashing out myself, but I don't like the term crashing out.
Oh, okay.
I've decided that I think there's an age disconnect here on this, and I hate to say it, but I think the Gen Zers are saying more like, oh, they're crashing out. And I'm like, they're having a mental breakdown. Like, they're going through it. They're down bad. I would hit all of those before I'd be like, she's crashing out.
Yeah,
But
because that's like you're knocking on death's door.
yeah, for me, crashing out's like, yeah, you're dying or like you're driving a race car and you're hit the wall.
Yeah.
No
So either
other.
way.
Yeah, either way, you're on death's door.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you feel like you use that term?
No, I don't think I've ever said that. I do think that we are getting to the spot in life where I am like, oh my God, I am a little bit old because I'm not really with it, with the terms, with some of the
Hmm.
things that the kids are saying. And
Yeah.
yeah, crashing out is not one that I would say. I don't think.
No.
I feel like right now in this household, especially, we're really big on mental health crisis. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm having a mental health crisis.
Yeah.
Like she's having a mental health crisis. It's all encapsulating, you know?
It definitely is. Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's exactly it.
And
I feel
like
like
there could be different levels of crises as well, and that's okay,
totally
right?
minor inconvenience, major inconvenience. I'm gonna ask the kids that I see. The kids that I see at my private clinic are all like teenagers typically. Mainly see like 12 to 16-year-olds there. That's peak age to be getting the lingo from.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a little poll. I'm gonna survey them on Wednesday and say, do you say crashing out? Yes or no?
Go do some clinical research. I like that, Dee. That's awesome.
I'll get that info.
Can I make an embarrassing confession?
Obviously.
I still don't know what cap means.
I had a hard time with that one. You know
Cap
what
or
else?
no cap? I'm like, what does it mean?
Yeah, like
Like,
because
no cap means like for real, right? Like, oh, you're so for real? Like,
yeah,
no
no
cap?
cap, no cap. Yeah, that's actually so true because they think they said no cap, but then they'd also say, "Oh, cap or no cap." But
Yeah.
that was a statement. That wasn't a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
That's where I got lost too. And you know what else lost me? Like sigma, delta, that whole thing.
I'm sorry. Like the sorority that I wasn't a part of?
Yeah, lots of that was going around. The like,
What does that even mean though?
well, they'd be like, "That's sigma, no cap." Um,
We're speaking Greek.
literally, one of them. This is like, and I know they have signs. Obviously, they mean something. One was like inferior. One was superior. Like sigma was superior, delta is inferior. I don't know. That one, and like they would say, yeah, beta, I guess, was also in there. There was delta, beta, sigma.
Huh.
I couldn't with that one. I was always like, I hear you, but it's not registering for me.
I don't know what sigma means. I feel like beta is
Beta's
like
gotta mean inferior, right?
I feel like beta's got to be just like yeah, like the even like nothing crazy. I
Oh,
know delta means change.
Yeah,
And
but
remember when like we everyone was getting like Delta tattoos
yes.
back in the day? That was like a fucking like next to the wave, like the tidal wave that people
Yeah,
would get
literally.
like that and then a Delta sign because I'm always
Always
changing.
changing. Beta actually is on top. Beta means in Greek alphabet a term for someone who prefers to be in charge, or even a generation of people born in a significant time. I'm just
Okay, so I guess yeah, like you've heard I think I've heard that before like, oh, they're so beta, like
yeah.
they are the beta. Or even I guess when you just think about it in like animal kingdom-ish.
Sigma has become slang for self-assured, independent, and successful person. So why does it mean the same fucking thing?
Again, we're just too old for this.
Yeah, you know what? And I feel like that one's on the way out actually, so like we don't even need to bother. That's the
Okay.
thing with all of this slang is like I hate that I'm saying this out loud because I feel like I remember people saying like why bother? But it's so true. Like so many of these words it's like okay, I can kind of understand it, but I don't need to start pulling this into my everyday language because it's going to be gone in a second.
Yeah. What were words that we used to say? Oh my gosh, I saw this triggering TikTok the other day and it was like, remember when we used to type like this and it was like so many like uppercase, lowercase, like squiggly lines in between. And then like somebody commented and put rar with like an X and a D. And I was like, I'm triggered for absolutely no reason.
Dude, that throws me back to like Tumblr.
Yes, exactly. I thought very specifically of this post that I made on Instagram. I'll pull it up. I've archived it because I'm fucking not stupid and I
Obviously.
don't keep that public anymore. Um, Not that it was bad, but it's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, wait, hold on. Let me try and find it for you. Uh, okay, wait. I'm such a boomer these days. I'm like, why does every
Like, how do
like
I
why
find
how
an
do we
archive?
change every time? You know what I mean?
I get it 100%.
Darian, where's your archive stuff?
Actually, I wish I knew. Oh, isn't it just in that
Oh,
little
archive.
button?
LOL.
Oh, well, there's a button.
LOL, that's so funny. I'm so stupid. Okay, I'll find it for you because when I posted this, I was like, oh my God, fire pic, fire caption.
Also, captions. Remember, like, texting back and forth, what should I caption this photo? Or, like, texting this, can you edit this photo for me? Like, what do you think I should caption it? When should I post it?
Yeah,
Remember that? Like, peak hours trying to post your photo, like your
yeah,
third
yeah.
snap?
Post peak hours for sure. Okay,
Okay. Yeah,
staple picture, Lake Louise. Oh my God. Solo pic with the family, of course, right? Like,
obviously.
because
Yeah.
they couldn't be in it.
No.
And it says, and I'll be back. Like,
I like
and sign,
And
I'll be
I
back.
was right there. I was like,
Liked by Darian.
easily. I was probably first one on. You probably text me. I'm
I
posting this
probably
photo
text you.
right now. Click.
Yes. Can you like it? Can you please go comment on
Just
it or
comment on
whatever? I
it.
wonder if you did comment on it. Let's see. Oh my God, you didn't, you bitch.
Oh my god. You
Can
bitch.
you go back and comment?
Yeah.
This was 2015, mind you.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. But that was the thing, and it was like when we used to just put like weird symbols when they didn't even really mean anything. And I'm like, oh my God, why were we so cringy? If we could redo those years, I really think we would be better off.
I think so too. I think, yeah, fashion wise, I'd never wear skinny jeans again.
Oh my
I
God.
think about
Or
skinny jeans all the
wedges. I know we
time.
talk about this all the time, but
Yeah. But like to put your feet in fucking skinny jeans makes me want to die.
no, like your ankle bones sometimes would like not really fit.
Ugh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And think about like taking them off, and you know how you have like really tight socks sometimes, and you take those off and you have the creases around your ankles. Imagine that, but all the way up to your crotch with
The
your
whole way.
jeans,
The whole
like the
way.
lines that you would have on the inside of your thighs.
Yes.
Oh my God. Remember the maneuvers that we would do to get into our jeans?
I remember like jean squats, like getting them on and like trying to like,
Yeah.
oh my god. No, jeans shouldn't be that tight. Like clothes should
No.
fit you. You shouldn't have to fit into clothes. And that a lot of like the tops. I mean, oh my God, we went out for drinks on Saturday night in Kelowna, and I saw like so many young 20-year-olds, and I was kind of having a mentee bee about my figure in that moment because I was getting dressed. I
Mm-hmm.
was like not feeling very good, super
Mm-hmm.
bloated, and I'm like ugh. And we go out, and these girls are wearing like nothing as shirts, and I walked past them, and honestly, it was like a montage in a movie where you're like, that was me once. Like, I actually was just like, like smiled at them, like, I hope you guys have a really fun night.
Yeah.
And like when we were done having drinks, they're like, oh, do you guys want to go out somewhere? Tim was like, we're leaving. Like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
have to go to bed.
I do want to go somewhere. It's my bed.
It's bedtime. Yeah, like it's gonna be 11 when we get home. That's insane.
Yeah.
Such a vast difference, but it really did throw me back to like getting ready.
Mm, yep. We were out this weekend. We went to Panorama for the weekend. And so naturally, had a couple beveraginos.
Yeah.
And by a couple, I mean literally two. And like, I got the zoomies and I'm dancing around with Mildred. And Alex goes, oh, watch out, Mill. Your mom had two drinks.
Literally.
And I was like, he said that. And I was like, oh my God, I need to sit my ass down.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's embarrassing now.
It's so embarrassing. Like I was just feeling myself, having a good time,
Yeah.
dancing around with my dog in a cabin, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm tipsy. That's why I'm doing that." And I've had two drinks. Did you see that jelly sandals are coming back?
No.
Do you know what I mean by jelly sandal?
Yes, but I'm blocking it out from some PTSD I have.
Yeah, you can look it up. This is according to a couple different influencers that I would see, namely Summer House people, really.
Yeah, no, 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 no.
But yeah, it's not looking good. But things like that, I'm just like, why? We've made these mistakes once. Why again?
Yeah, I just looked actually, and they're available currently in Old Navy. And I know, like, I see a lot of young children who wear these shoes because
Yeah,
they're cute and they're little. But honestly, 50% of the time, their pinky toes are hanging out of the side of them. And I think get better footwear for your child. And
right.
then we usually talk about footwear for about an hour. And as
Yeah.
someone who's just had her second foot surgery this decade, I will not be purchasing these.
You can't even see them, the picture that you're holding up, because
Let
they're
me show you
just
the pink.
see through. Yeah, yeah, there we go. Oh my God. And just imagine how sweaty and slippery those bad
Trust
boys
me, Ina,
are.
it's Blister City in there.
Yeah.
It's just a damp environment.
A
Ugh.
damp, moist, nasty environment.
Okay,
Just a
well,
bunch of things festering in there. And you
we
know
won't be
what?
doing that.
I kind of have a memory of them turning a little bit tarnished in the sun. They'd go
Yes,
brown,
yep, yeah.
you know?
Yep.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Okay, well, that doesn't have your stamp of approval.
No, I was
That doesn't have
just to say that.
my stamp of approval.
That is a no-go. Yeah, the things about stamp of approval, obviously, on How I Met Your Mother when they're talking about the stamp of approval, and Marshall's just like a secondary stamp of approval, and his stamp of approval means nothing.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about things that, like, you tell everybody about, that you're like,
Hmm.
this. This is worth it. This is like, you've got to do it. Those sort of things that you would like put your real life stamp on, and that affects the way people view your stamp.
Hmm. The first thing that comes to mind for me is mostly work related
Oh yeah.
because like people ask questions about things all the time.
Yep.
And the first thing that came to mind was my inversion table or like Alex's inversion table.
Yeah.
I feel like so many people ask me about that and they're like, "Oh, is that good?" And I'm like, "Absolutely. Love it."
Go for it.
Yeah.
I'm always like, as long as you don't have any blood pressure issues,
Yeah.
don't use it on your own if you have blood pressure issues or any
Or just
diabetes or
never use it
diabetes.
on your own. That's what I say too. I'm
Yeah.
just like, just do not do that.
Do not do it.
But if you're just like a young, healthy individual looking to kind of like decompress a little bit and they're like, "Oh, what do you think about that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. I do it." Like, you
Go for
know.
it. Yeah.
Oh, that was the first thing that came to mind though. That's kind of boring, but
I mean,
do you
it's
have something that you're like always like, "Oh yeah, that's my stamp of approval."
like from work.
or just like generally?
I think two that I think of are both apps, and one is, and we've talked about this a million times on here, the Libby app.
Mm.
I won't stop talking about the Libby app because I think more people need to know that you can just get a free library card and get the Libby app and download a million audiobooks and a million ebooks for
Yeah.
free. So that one, and then also the Peloton app. I am like a ride or die for the Peloton app.
Mm.
Love it. Especially we have a spin bike, so we love
Yeah,
it for
that's
that.
helpful. Yeah.
And it's, yeah, I feel like it's worth it. It's worth it, you know?
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what else.
I thought of another one. Mine are so random and yours are like so like but activate.
Oh, yeah.
I like whenever anybody's like, "Oh, is there something that I should do? Activate." If you have not done that, like if they're like, "Oh, I'm bored on the phone," activate. Like,
Go
"Oh, I
to,
got a new girlfriend," activate. I do not care. Fucking go to
go to
activate. I
activate.
will die on that hill.
See, those are the type of things. These are the type of things that go in the stamp of approval.
That has my I literally it gets me like I don't know what to do right now because I'm like I
You need
haven't
to
been
go to
able to
activate.
go because I've hurt my knee. It's been I can't even talk. I'm so
You're
excited.
so amped. Wow. I have never been to activate. I'm gonna like look it up here right now.
Do you know what it is?
Allie just went. I wish Allie was on today because she was just there.
Oh, Allie would have had a ball, I guarantee it. It's
Okay,
like
yeah. Oh yeah,
I
the
when
floor. Yeah.
people ask me about it and I say, "Have you seen the Squid Games?" And then usually the answer is yes, and I said,
Yeah.
"It's like Squid Games, like real life situations that you have to like play like these games and survive, but
But
you get kicked out of the room if you don't make it. You
you
don't
won't
die."
die, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay, well there's one right in Coquitlam, so
Yeah, you have to go. Alex and I did it as a date night one time, and no joke, that's like my favorite date night that we've done probably. But
okay.
I've done it with like other friends for TC's like pre-wedding thing. We
Oh
did that
yeah.
like with the bridal party,
No way.
um, which was so much fun. And it's just like such a bonding experience. But like, yeah, if you're an active person and you like to play a game and you're competitive,
That's the spot.
yeah, fucking hit me up and I'll destroy you. I hurt my knee and I said to Alex, I was like, I don't think I'll ever be able to play the laser room and activate again. And he was like,
Dude,
no, I think he will. Like, you're fine. And I was like, what if I can never go back to the lasers? Like, because it's like a laser, like lasers come out and
oh,
it's
and the
like,
like duck and dive and shit.
yes, you have to like crawl through. Like, it's
As
like
soon as
James
I
Bond type
realize
of
we're
shit, like
fucking
trying to
going.
break in to get a crystal ball, you know?
Okay,
So,
amazing.
yeah, I still can't crawl. Well, not that I crawl a lot, but like, I can't kneel. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still not really. I can kneel, but I can't put any weight on my foot, so I'm like kind
You
of
have to
kneel.
like hike it up.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
See, once we're full capacity again, you and I will do it, and it will be life changing.
Stopping us.
Like I'd buy a season pass to that. You know what I mean? Like you know, people get like a club membership for
Yeah,
golf.
you're there.
Sign me up for Activate, baby.
You're like, I'll take a year.
Mm-hmm.
Echo, I'm so glad to know that has your stamp of approval. I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah. Wow, I got really passionate about that. I wasn't expecting that.
You really did. That really. I'm so sorry to bring it up when you're still not able to go, but
It's
we'll go
fine.
soon enough.
I went for a run the other day. I think I snapped
No,
you that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's big news.
Big news. Outdoor. And had to run down a little hill. Had to run back up it too.
No,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Totally fine. So I know, you never know. I might be coming for you, Activate. Watch out.
Watch out, activate. Fuck.
Uh, do you have any other more stamps of approval? I feel like I'm gonna have to think about that and be like, what else am I telling everybody that I'm like feral over? Because I guarantee I have stuff. I'm passionate. I'm a passionate person.
Me too. Um, one thing that I
Podcasts.
podcast. Oh my god, good hang
Giggly
by.
Squad.
Yeah, and I'm good hang by Amy Poehler right now. Like that is one that I'm like, everyone shut the fuck up. We're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, even Hannah Berner in general, I would say. Like, I
totally.
feel like people, I'm always like, oh, have you watched like her special? Oh, like, I mean, I
Yep.
literally flew to Vancouver that one time to come watch it with you, watch her with you.
Amazing. Yeah, that's a good one.
Summer House for sure, which we know. I've beaten that like a dead horse, but I mean, now Allie can attest to it that
Yeah.
it was worth it.
I like she watched it so fast. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to think about more.
Yeah. There's got to be some good ones that we're just like, we got to uncover. Something
Oh,
else that I was thinking about that. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I have one more for stamp of approval. Sorry, it is obviously Honda Civics because I've only driven Honda Civics. They cost me no money ever. They're amazing on gas. It's just like it's the number one best selling car in the world for 25 years for a reason. And I will tell people they're like if they try to be like, "Oh, you drive a Honda Civic?" I'm like, "What do you drive?" Like I'm like, "Does yours cost $1 million to run?" Because I spend nothing on mine and it costs me nothing in gas and it gets me everywhere I need to go. So fuck
Boom.
right off. Yeah.
Yeah. No, 1,000%.
Sorry, what
Love
were
a
you gonna
Honda
say?
Civic.
Love it.
Honestly, don't know.
Mm.
Wasn't anything important. We're
Fleeting
really on the
thoughts.
ball tonight.
Yeah, we really are.
It's like, what?
You're like, what's
Gone.
next?
Absolutely gone. No, no problem at all. Um, okay, this was a really good one that I saw in the notes and I was like, oh, we need to talk about this. This was in the
Yeah.
notes from a few weeks ago that we didn't talk about. First thing you cheap out on when the economy gets bad. Did you put that in or did Allie?
I did put that in.
Darian, you need a raise. You've been
No, I've
just
been actually crushing it, right? Thank you.
above and beyond. That's crazy.
I've been
Wow.
just doing
Oh,
things.
I know what I was thinking.
What?
I want to talk next week about words that just don't make sense for what they mean.
Okay, I'm gonna have to think about this.
Because there's been a couple words that have come up, and I'm like, why would they call it that? Like names of
So
things, but
true.
then like other, like for example, I
Well, give me
forget
an
what it is.
example because for me, if I think about it too long, it doesn't make any sense. You know?
Well, no, exactly. Again, like, oh shit, I just looked up the word, and that's not. Oh no. How I Met Your Mother when he was talking about bowls. And he's
Yeah.
like, bowl, bowl.
Bowl.
Oh
Bowl.
no. Oh no, I thought I had the word Darian and I typed it in and it meant something different. What do you call it when all the plants like die from a disease?
Root rot?
Nope. I thought it was called Blythe.
I have no fucking clue. I feel like I've never even heard that word in my life.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I think I read it in a book or something and it was like everything died. Oh my god. Blight. Blight? No.
Should I just search when plants all die?
Yeah. Oh my god. Somebody's racing in front of my house right now.
My God.
I
Hmm.
guarantee, like, whoever is listening to this right now is just like shouting it, being like, "You idiots! It's this word," and
Legitimately.
it's probably my mom because actually, I think I heard her say it. Oh my
Oh,
god!
okay. Blight can refer to several. I just googled that word. Several things in the Scots language means a blast of bad weather, a flying shower. Is that it? God, I have no idea.
Fuck, we're gonna have to look that up.
Hmm.
But anyways, we'll come back next week with a bunch of other words that we need to um, discuss as well, and maybe we'll put it on the Instagram if there's any words that you guys are like, "Oh my god, this word is so stupid, doesn't make any sense."
Hmm.
The other sense, the other thing I was thinking too, sense.
Scent.
Now, Kith.
No scent. Yeah.
Bluetooth. I can't get over that one. I still can never get over
No.
it.
No. Yeah.
Like you just chose a color and then a piece of anatomy, and now it's like the
Yeah.
biggest, like, and we're all just like, oh yeah, Bluetooth.
It's
We know
Bluetooth.
what that
Use
means.
Bluetooth.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine learning English?
Oh, literally no. I think about that all the time with like all the theirs, really.
Oh
Imagine
yeah,
learning English and you're like, "Oh, it's over there." And you're like, "That's possessive." And it's like, "No, you're just supposed to know when someone speaks it that it means something else by context."
yeah,
What the fuck? Like
yeah,
make it a completely different word.
yeah. Seriously. No, that'll be a good topic for next week.
That
We'll
will be.
brainstorm some more to talk about.
Hell yeah.
I feel like that never gets old, but okay.
Okay,
Anyways,
economy.
rewind.
Back to the economy. Yeah, so I was thinking about things when you go to the store that you're like, it was on my list, but then you look at it and you're like, $8. I can't. Like I'm not doing it. Things that you're like you're not purchasing anymore. I mean, I hardly ever purchase these things because the economy has been bad since like we've been adults, I feel. Obviously, way worse in recent years. But things that if you are down bad poor, the economy's just going sideways, you're like, it ain't coming home with me.
Fresh vegetables.
I was just gonna say my first one is grapes.
Yeah.
Can't be
Like,
affording grapes.
no. I will, like, I even remember when I had a lot less money. Not that I have a lot of money, but like when I was really hurting before, I would get a bag of frozen peas all the time and just warm it up. And that was my green for my meal.
Yep.
Lived on peas, frozen peas.
Yeah. Frozen vegetable or yeah, and frozen fruit also because like berries.
Oh, I swear to God, I went a few years without even eating vegetables aside from like an apple
Oh yeah.
because
Yeah, I
could
can't.
not.
Yeah, I feel like we were just talking about this about how like I'm so jaded from that past experience even though now we can afford to eat better, but it's like sometimes I'm like no. Like
Hmm.
my grandma used to do this. I remember she went to the store one day and like olive oil was like marked as a different price, but then it was like anyway, it ended up being more at the store. And she was like, "Oh no, I'm just not buying that." And my dad was with her and he was like, "So you just won't have olive oil?" And she's
Yeah.
like, "Yep, I will do like all other things." And he was like, "This is the hill you're gonna die on." Like she was so stubborn about it. She was like, "I will not be buying olive oil at that price
Hmm.
until it changes the price. I'm not purchasing it." And I now I'm like, "Grandma, I'm with you." Like,
Hmm. I get it. I feel like this makes me think of people who would be like, "Oh my God, gas prices XYZ."
yeah,
And I'm like, "Okay, so
still,
you're gonna walk?"
still gotta get gas. Yeah,
Yeah. Like I get it. It's atrocious and we hate paying for it, but like being like, "Oh, well, I want like," and I get like going to save a couple cents at like one station versus the other or whatever, but like it's kind of something that you have to get, you know?
yeah. Whereas like I'm not technically gonna die of scurvy, so like I can probably miss out on a couple of veggies this week, couple of things,
Right?
couple of
Yeah.
fruits. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
I find when you say that though, I'm like things that come to mind that I'm like, "Oh, I would not cheap out on" is easier for me to think of than things that I do cheap out on,
yeah. What are
you
things
know?
you like absolutely not chipping out on?
Well, I guess cheaping out on, I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm just thinking like toilet paper.
Oh yeah.
Like you will never catch me dead buying one ply.
Oh, I'd
Like,
rather die.
no. And even when we used to camp in a trailer, like I'd be like, I will dispose of like two ply. I do not care. Like, but
Yeah.
I'm not buying one ply even for the sake of the trailer. Like that's not happening.
No.
I will take it out in the trash if that's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, okay, my fingers are going to get dirty now anyways. What's the point? Now I have to use the water to wash my hands.
Totally. Nope, that's a good one. I'm thinking there's also brands that I don't stray from. Like I'm not gonna buy like the no name peanut butter. Like I'm only a craft peanut butter gal. Like
Yes.
I'm not swaying from it, no matter the
Nope.
cost.
That was mine too, for sure.
Yeah.
Peanut butter, toilet paper.
And for me, it's Kleenexes because I do be blowing my nose like crazy. Like I'm always blowing, so it's like
Hmm.
they gotta be stocked in the house. I don't care if we're going through financial turmoil. We're buying Kleenexes. Like
Yeah.
it's
No,
important.
you do. You have a little, you're going to be a cute old lady. Like, you're going to be the one with the tucked up her sleeve and then just pulling it out and blotting her nose all the time.
Do people my nose? My mom will be listening to this and she'll go, "I've told you to get a referral to an ENT because honestly, my nose like always running. I'm
Yeah.
always be blowing my nose." Yeah.
There's always something going on.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. Um, I would say I don't know if this counts. One thing I would cheap out on, which I do, and then I regret all the time, shoes.
Dude,
I know
this
you
brought
can't
up a hot
relate.
topic for me. Yeah, I can't cheap out on shoes. It's like physically impossible for me to now wear cheap shoes.
Hmm.
Can't do it. But even the other day, I was looking up sandals, and I said to Tim, like, "Oh, these are on sale." And I showed him, and I was like, "I don't know, though. They're not like very like good. They're not very supportive. They're probably going to be shitty."
Yeah.
He was like, "Literally, don't cheap out on these. Like, your foot health is so important. Why would you?
Yeah.
But Tim was like that when we started dating. He would cheap out on shoes. He was wearing shoes forever. And finally, I was like, you need new running shoes. And now he has more new shoes than anyone I know because he's like constantly replacing shoes,
Yeah.
which like respect.
Yeah, totally. Definitely. Somewhere you can't cheap out on. I've learned that over the years.
No.
Well, not really because I still have a bunch of shitty shoes that I'm like, yeah, they're cute, but they were cheap, you know?
Yeah, you know what? I think what remember in physio school, one of my classmates wore Uggs everywhere, and you could like visibly see her pronating over them. And I said to her, like, girl, we are physiotherapists to be. You cannot be wearing those because if
Yeah.
somebody catches you dead wearing those, they think that's what's good. They're
Yeah.
taking your advice. So I'm like, you can't wear Uggs anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it's got to
No.
go.
1000%. I don't hate a nug, but yeah, if you look like your feet are slipping and sliding all over them, they gotta go for sure.
Yeah.
Sheets are another thing. Would not cheap out on a sheet,
I mean, and you're a flannel sheet gal.
and they're spendy.
They are spendy. You know
I
what? Yeah, I used to cheap out on sheets, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I was no good for it. And then Tim's got such good sheets. That's something crazy that he brought into our relationship was like the nicest sheets. Like we threw all mine out. I was like, these are all garbage.
Yeah.
Yours, top tier. Yeah.
What kind of sheets are they?
They are the one from the Bay
Okay.
that
I feel like I need to try and expand because it's 30 degrees outside and we're going to go sleep in flannel right now.
dude.
But I love it. It makes me happy, you know?
It really does.
Yeah, I'm diehard. It's either that or like jersey. Like I
Oh,
haven't had jersey in a really long time because I've been on the flannel train, but like t-shirt, jersey, whatever, that was the
those are the ones.
previous.
I'm with you. Can I even fucking shop on the Bay anymore? No.
Probably not.
Okay, well, anyway, they were a really good brand and now they're dead forever. But yeah.
That's fine.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, well, next week we'll come back maybe with a few more ideas of some things that we just, you know, had a little spark of a idea come in today. Uh-oh. Darian's passing her yawn to me.
I know.
I saw you manifest that. I saw you thinking about not yawning, and then it made me yawn.
I gotta sip
It's
my water.
9:20, just for people wondering, and 9 o'clock is my bedtime. So
We're
it's
gonna wrap it
fine.
up.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up, and I feel like I've yawned once on this podcast. I do apologize, but
I yawn every episode.
multiple times.
There's something about
Multiple
me,
times.
I'm a yawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're like engaging conversation, yawning.
Yawning. No, I'm always yawning. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even an offensive thing to people that I'm like, I'm so sorry. This is just like who I am. You just like have to deal with it.
Yeah, just borderline narcolepsy.
Gotta go before I yawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
bye.
anyways, check out our Instagram first this week, and we'll chat with you next week.
Yeah, hit us up with the words that you feel need different wording and also your body and blood of Christ.
Yes, please do. Please, we need a follow up on this. So, thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.